Okay, here we are. So as I already mentioned, so now I'm going to create, or let's say I'm creating a series of video about the Figma. Okay, so this is what do you call it? It's a part of course or a part of tools in the UX UI design. Okay, so it's not a whole completely. Let's say if you knew how to use a Figma, that doesn't mean you will become a UX UI designer. Well, for the UX, there is a lots of research part that you need to do. You need to understand the user and their pain point, and you need to do some research about the competitor. Okay, and there are so many other like process that you need to follow, and only then you can become a good UX UI designer. Okay, but whenever you are working in the digital field or a computer field or anything, so what you have to do is you need to use any tools. Okay, so as a if you want to become a UX UI designer, and Figma is the tools that you need to learn. On on last video I mentioned how to download, okay, and how to get paid version for free. Okay, if you are a student and if you have a student ID, then obviously you can get the Figma Professional, and this is how it looks. Okay, obviously these are the works that I created in Figma. That's why it's like a cluster, or let's say there are lots of projects. But if you like start like very first time, then page will be very less, and you will see only these two things. Okay, this under the recent files there won't be much files. Okay, so when there will be two options, so new design file and a new Figma file. So sorry, a Fig jam file. So I'm not going to talk about the Fig jam file right now, because it's for the whenever you are working brainstorm session, and whenever you are creating let's say information architecture or sitemap or user flow. Okay, then you can use a Fig jam files, and you can explore, and you can like work with the team. But in this series of video, that we are mainly focusing to create a user interface, to first understand the Figma, understand the tools, understand the feature, what are the options are there, and how to use and how to create. Those are the things that we will understand and we will learn. Okay, and after that obviously we will learn some important factors about the UX designer and later videos. But this series of video is mainly related with like using a tools. Okay, it's more technical and practical knowledge. Okay, we'll jump into it. So simply I can simply click on here. Okay, and it will open this, what do you call, workspace. Okay, so now as you can see there is very less information. Okay, so on the top bar that you can see it's on title, because like I am now I didn't give any name, that is why it's on title. And just below the untitled, that we can see the some of the menus. Okay, there is a F, that is a Figma icons. Okay, and under the Figma icons there is some other menus like file, edit, view. Okay, so these are the menus, and these are the tools. Let's say this is move tools. Okay, there is a move tools and a scale tools. So how to use and what are the ways to use, we will learn. Okay, next is frame. Okay, frame and sections and the slice. Okay, next is the shape. Okay, just a simple basic shape, like if you are familiar with the let's say Illustrator and Photoshop, I don't know, I'm just assuming. Okay, if you are familiar with those applications, then obviously you already have an idea this. But whenever we are creating a website, then we have multiple shapes and sizes and lines, so we can use that, and we can place image and the video here in a Figma. Okay, so these are the options, and it's simple pen tools and pen and pencils. Okay, with the help of pen tools we can create our own organic shapes. Okay, type tools for the simple type, and sorry, okay, this is resources. So here what we will get is we can create a component. So now if you are not familiar about the component, don't worry, we will talk later. But in a simple way, just try to understand in a very simple and very basic way. Okay, I'm not like telling you this is the universal definition of that component. Just think, for example, you are creating a large mobile applications or websites or web-based applications or B2B marketplace or B2C marketplace or any kind of app, digital product. And there you will find, let's say maybe you are a user of Spotify. Okay, and whenever you see there might be a action button, play, pause, okay, some other action button. And whenever you are designing, whenever you are like clicking on that button, each and every time you will see same kind of reaction on no matter which page you will visit. Okay, so likewise here in a Figma we can create one component and then we can use that component on each page. So what will, like, what is the benefit of using? First, it will save the time. Second, it will it can be consistent through the your project from start to end. Okay, so whenever we are creating any product, then we need to have a consistency throughout all the pages and all the screens. That is why it will helpful. But components, obviously, as I mentioned, it's like one design file or element that we are going to reuse. For example, if we have, obviously we can edit and we can change later. So I don't want to talk about more about on this video because it's completely a basic introductory class, or let's say in introductory this part. Okay, so yeah. And plugins. Okay, so why plugins, or what is plugins? And if you have any other applications that you are using, then obviously there you can get the idea about the plugins. Okay, it's just add-ons, or you can add lots of other third-party resources to speed up or to boost your project. Okay, for example, I installed that UI faces. For example, if I want to apply any user profile, then simply I can, or any image for my banner or slider, then I can use UI face and I can apply that. Okay, it's quite easy for me, so I don't have to go to the particular websites such as Pixels or Unsplash or some other websites that has a good photos, and I don't have to download, save on my computer, and place it. Okay, so I don't have to do this. Just what I can do is just simply create a circle, and then, or a rectangle, or any kind of shape wherever you want to place your pixel face or pixel. Then just click that shape and apply the plugins, and voila, you will get. So it's easy, so it will boost your work. Okay, so widget are also some of the like components that are kind of, it's not a component obviously. So some of the let's say add-ons that you can add, and you can explore with these. Okay, so yeah. And next is, it's a hand tool, simply to like move or like move your workspace. Let's say this is the canvas or workspace or artboard, whatever you want to say, but I love to say workspace. Okay, but it's a creative field. Let's say a canvas, it's a good word, right? So, and it's a comment session. For example, if you are in a team and you are working with the team, and maybe you create one design and you shared with your team. Okay, so I created this, and just check my design, and if they want to put or place any comment, then they can simply click, and they can like click here and they can add a comment. So it's just for the adding a comment. And here you can see this draft slash untitled. Okay, it's saved somewhere. Okay, so most of the files will be saved on a cloud version. That is why it's a draft. Okay, it's already saved. Okay, now here you can name your entire project. Okay, so let's say this is I'm planning to create one mobile application. Okay, that is for the movie ticket booking systems. Okay, so so I will name as a uh, movie uh, ticket booking apps. Simple, not apps, let's say app only. Okay, this is my file name. Okay, comment, so I can select the more tools. Okay, now under the, okay, we have so on the right side there we can see the user who is like login through the user, you can see the user profile and sport me. Okay, so where am I can see whenever you have it. And here it is a share option. So if you want to like invite your team, or if you want to share your entire file, you can like just type a email address, any email address, and then you can give a what do you call authority, what to do, like they can edit or they can only view. So you can select the access authorizations, and then you can authorize it to them. Okay, or if you want to publish, then obviously you can publish on a Figma community. And let's say for example you are creating a design system. Okay, maybe the design system word might be a little bit heavy for you, but it's just a collection of resources for your project. Okay, it's just a collection of resources. It's simple. Obviously we will later explore in later videos. Okay, don't worry about that. Just remember the word design system. Okay, so you created one design system and you wanted to publish on a Figma community. Okay, so you published, and maybe some other designer liked your work, then they can use. Okay, it's free of cost. Once you published, it will be a free use. Obviously, if you want to like mention a copyright, you can mention, but most of the resources are free, you can get. Okay, well, you can publish it here, and here it's like a good feature here in a Figma. They have just recently updated, that is called dev mode, sorry. So so the green icon is now it's enabled dev mode, and now it's disabled dev mode, or let's say design mode. So why it is and why we need to understand this. So whenever you are designing, okay, here we design each and every screen, but we need to develop it, we need to give it a function. Okay, so once you design here, okay, now developer, front end designer and front end developer should know your CSS. Obviously if you are into the UX UI design, then I hope you need to have a basic understanding of HTML, CSS. Okay, so HTML is one, let's say, not a completely a programming language, but a language to create a website, and it will only create a skeleton, and CSS will help to cover or to put the skins. And there is one more language, scripting language, that is JavaScript, and it will give dynamism, and it will give some kind of functionality. Okay, it's not a complete functionality code. Obviously if you want to make a full-fledged functional website, we need to have API and backend database and so many other things, and we need to have a different programming language to run a backend. But it gives us some kind of dynamism and interaction with the JavaScript. Okay, validation and so many things. Okay, so wait, so here once we enable the dev mode, we can see the CSS code. Okay, we don't need like what do you call HTML code, but we can see the CSS code, and what are the like color properties that we applied, and what is the corner radius that we used. Okay, and what is the height, what is the width. Okay, each and everything, so we will get the CSS code in dev mode. And developer and the front end designer and back end developer will get the idea, and they will get the good reference to design, and it really help to boost or to finish on time. Okay, so these are the basic things, and it's for the prototype. Okay, so there is a two different preview. Okay, it's present one. Okay, it will like completely present in a new different, and there is a preview, so it will open one simple file within that frame, and you can work. Now it's not presenting because we haven't created, and there is no any frame, that is why. And it's a zoom, so whatever you want to zoom, once we like create one frame, then we can see the changes here. And on the right side, that you can see design and prototype. So first, don't think about the prototype. Okay, so at least we need to have a few screen to see the lots of options about the prototypes. Okay, prototype is a kind of giving emotions and giving a look like functionalities. Okay, once you pressed any button, then it will react, interact. Okay, so prototype is that. So that we will do in prototype sessions. We have to do that. Okay, so on the design section we will see all the properties. Okay, as per the tools, whatever tools we select, depends on tools, that we will get all the properties here. So first there is a page. So the page has this kind of color. That color code is in hexa, that is F5 F5. If you want to change, obviously you can change. See, simple, it's nothing, it's very basic. And it's I, so if you want to disable and enable, obviously you can enable and disable. And it's opacity. Okay, if you want to increase and decrease, then you can. Okay, so there is a local variable and a local style and exports. So exports means simply, I will go with the last now. So export is to like you let's say you have created a lots of screen, and now it's time to submit the file. Okay, so you need, maybe you need some icon in PNG, you need some icon in SPG format, or maybe you need to export the JPG format. So you can select, okay, and then you can add a export, and then you can select this PNG, JPG, SPG and PDF, and based on that you can export and you can use on multiple resources. So local style means you can set the text color, text, like a text family, font family size, like what kind of font, okay, font name and the sizes. So many things are there that you can set, and whatever the about the color also you can say it, and effects also you can say it, grid also you can create and set. And local variable, it's quite important, but for the beginner it might be a little bit hard to understand local variables. Because let's say, let's simple example, for example, whenever you are filling a form, maybe you can see the button, like radio button. Radio button means you can like sometimes you can click. Okay, for example, whenever you are clicking, it's selected, and at the same times if you clicked on next time, then it will deselect. Okay, likewise. Okay, option button, you can select multiple options at once whenever you are filtering in Amazon or any marketplace or any applications. Then you can see on filter option that you can pick multiple options. Okay, so likewise here we can create a multiple variables to our design. Okay, which really help us to like boost our work. Let's say generally in design we have how many, I think 5 to 6 button instead, that may be hover. Okay, let's say, let's begin. Normal, disable, hover, active and focus. These are the 5 button state, okay, that we created. And if we created a local variable, and then we can switch very easily, it will be very helpful us whenever we are creating. Okay, well, we will obviously explore that on the later video. And let's jump it on the left side. There is a layer, assets and a page. So page means this kind of page. Let's say as a website, in a website we have multiple pages. For example, let's say, let's take an example of Amazon. So Amazon has one home page. Okay, so there will be a basic few pages, but obviously there are lots of pages, but main core idea will be very few. Home page first. Second, that will be a product archive page where all the product will be listed, like filter product or anything, whatever you are seeing. Maybe you search a product, then you will see the list of product. Okay, obviously in the home page also you will see, but there is a one product archive page. And then after product archive page there will be a product single product page. Okay, so where you can get the specific in-depth details of one particular product, and you can select the variation, and you can like add number of product that you want, one to many, how many stacks are there, and some other technical details and comment sections, and you can see some others reviews, and so many things are there in one particular single product. And after that, if you like, there is a two different actions. Now what do you want to do? You want to add to list, or add to cart, or add to bucket, same thing. Or you want to purchase that particular single product, or you want to save for the later, or yeah, save for the later, or wish list. These are the actions that will be there, and depend on that, again the page will be move in a different direction. If you clicked on a save for the let's say wish list, then wish list page has a different looks. has different feature and options. And as per let's say if you clicked on buy now, then you will redirect it to the some of the like address and payment and some other like options to deliver processing. And if you select on add to cart, then you will redirect to the a list of product where you added, where there will be a list of product. So you add it, and you can after that you can click on a buy now, and you can move further payment and adding address to your delivery product. And after that, what will remain? Yeah, save for the later, same like a wish list. Okay, so these are the way that will, okay, now after there will be a return, cancellation page, based delivery, tracking, everything. So there are some other, but basically one simple app has like basic feature is homepage, product archive page, and the product single. Okay, these are the basic three pages will be there. So likewise here we can create a multiple as many pages that here we can create. So that can be a home page. Okay, home page. Okay, and um and one more thing, for example, to give you one idea, so here this is a frame means a page size. Okay, website page size. So here you can see, as I mentioned earlier, that what I said on the right side, depending on the tools that we select, here will be properties will be changed. Okay, now I select a frame. It's because of frame, there we can see on the design the frame is phone or tablet or desktop or what kind of frame that we want. We can select, let's say, just for example, I want phone. Okay, so phone, what kind of phone that we want? iOS applications like iPhones or Android small or Android large, we can select. Let's say I want to go with the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro Max. I can simply select, and it will automatically create one particular frame. Now here, see, as I earlier mentioned that home page and other some other page, or let's say product archive page or anything. So here what you can do is, under the one page, that you can create a multiple frame, and frames actually a web page, websites page. Okay, that you can create. Okay, so here what you can do is simply, it's for the desktop. Okay, desktop views. Okay, and it's for the tablet view. Okay, if you are creating a web-based app, and it can be for the mobile. Okay, this is how you can create a pages, or within this frame. Okay, so it's totally depend upon how you are familiar and how you want to manage and organize your file. It totally depends upon the way you are working. Okay, there is no any universal like or any thing that you need to follow a specific pattern or guidelines to create any file. For example, here you can create screens for mobile. Here you can create a screens for tablet. Here you can create screens for what do you call desktop. Okay, so it's just your way how you want to create. But if you want to organize in a better way, then obviously you can go with these. Okay, and if you want to create every frames in one particular piece, then obviously you can go. Okay, so well, I think it's like uh I talked too much. Okay, this is the basic introductory or introduction of Figma. I just want you to try to be familiar with these tools and this user interface, so that we can familiar and we can work on it. Okay, I forgot to explain about the asset. Asset means once we started creating a component, then we can save the files and we can reuse those component. Here we can see, so that is why here we can see the component, and there is explore library. So don't worry about that. And layer means obviously we can add as many as layer. These are the desktop, laptop, mobile, or anything, and is few other word. And here, so we can just toggle with the page. Okay, that's all. And this, as I mentioned, this is the workspace, and we can select the frame, what frame we want. And if I want, let's say desktop, on the desktop, that we can select, and we can see. So if I select a move tool, and if I select the desktop, and I can see the frame sizes. See, this is X and the Y is the position where it like remaining. Now we can see the width and height. Okay, this is the corner radius, angle. Okay, rotation, we can rotate and clip content. So these are there are a few other options. Obviously we will explain in I will explain in later. Here you can see it's 48% zoomed. If I select, let's say, 100%. Okay, let me type 100%. Simply I can do that. Okay, yeah, and there is a few other options. Now it's enable. Okay, may mark as a ready for the day. Okay, it's still, it's not a ready, that's why I don't want to mark anything. And use a mask. Okay, we have lots of options that we will explore, and this is to create a component. Okay, there we have lots of shortcut key also. We will explore one by one, and very smoothly. Okay, well, like we need to understand very smoothly, and we have to be a patience to learn something. Okay, so well, that's all for this video, and I hope you get some idea about the like user interface of Figma. And I'm quite excited to share my experience about the Figma over to the internet and over to you guys. And yeah, I hope I will get good response from you. And see you on the next video. Till then, be creative, be logical, be humble, and protect the earth for the future generation. See you. Bye bye.